We will look at partnerships between sectors, countries, and different types of organizations, as well as public-private partnerships. Through these levels, we will also consider partnerships that revolve around a specific theme, that focus on a specific geographic area, or that involves innovation, technologies, and financing. Intersectoral partnerships. Intersectoral partnerships are crucial for equitable education because reaching the most vulnerable and marginalized groups requires involving different sectors. If we take the example of learners from migrant worker communities, they and their family may not have legal identity papers, or their migration may be tied to their work. This means that in addition to the Ministry of Education, the Ministries of Labor, Health and Social Protection might also need to be involved given their vulnerable status. Examples of interministerial partnerships across sectors include government committees, usually centered around a specific theme, interministerial committees, declarations, and action plans. In Malaysia, the National Strategic Plan for Mental Health 2020-2025 forms the basis of intersectoral action to support vulnerable learners with poor mental health and enhance well-being. However, according to UNICEF, it lacks a clear multi-sectoral vision for mental health and the mechanisms to ensure effective cross-sectoral collaboration. The worldwide response to COVID-19 pandemic is another example where different sectors had to collaborate with the Ministry of Health to ensure the delivery of key services. Beyond ministries, intersectoral partnerships can involve other types of actors working across different sectors such as NGOs, civil society, academia, experts, and more. Thailand's Migrant Working Group is a successful example of an intersectoral partnership that brings together organizations, civil society, activists, and researchers from sectors ranging from education, health, labor justice, and immigration to advocate for the rights of migrants, including the right to equitable education for migrant children. Multilateral partnerships. Next, we can think of multilateral partnerships which take place between countries through various forms, international agreements, declarations, committees, and more. One example of this is the Southeast Asian Ministers of Education Organization, Secretariat. Through this sub-regional partnership, regional centers for research and school networks have also been established. CMU also runs initiatives across its member countries that promote equity, such as a TikTok Teachers Challenge on transforming education, a youth network to exchange perspectives, and resources such as Disability Inclusive Teaching in Emergencies online teacher training course. An example of a multilateral partnership that focuses specifically on equitable education is the Global Partnership for Education. GPE is the largest global fund solely dedicated to transforming education in lower-income countries and a unique multi-stakeholder partnership. GPE works to accelerate access, learning outcomes, and gender equality through equitable, inclusive, and resilient education systems fit for the 21st century. South-South cooperation is a particularly important form of partnership among low and lower middle-income countries based on shared development goals and technical cooperation, such as the sharing of best practices and finding funding opportunities. According to UNESCO, South-South cooperation is the exchange of knowledge and resources between governments, organizations, and individuals in developing countries, also referred to as the Global South. An example of this is the Malaysia UNESCO Cooperation Program as an emerging donor through Malaysian Funds and Trust. Malaysia supports developing countries through various education projects, including promoting South-South cooperation through climate change education in Asia-Pacific Island developing states. This project aims to strengthen the capacity of teacher training, institutions of Asia-Pacific Small Island developing states, SIDS, to deliver climate change education or sustainable development at primary and secondary school levels. Interorganizational partnerships. Then we have interorganizational partnerships that bring together different institutions and organizations, including UN agencies. The nature of such partnerships can be by theme through thematic working groups or a network focused on a specific geographic area. They can also revolve around a particular function, such as advocacy or financing. An example of a thematic intergovernmental partnership is found in CPLM, the Southeast Asian Primary Learning Metrics, a sub-regional learning assessment for primary schools. Partners include CMEO as well as UNICEF, ASEAN, and the Korea-ASEAN Cooperation Fund. This initiative is particularly important for 3 reasons. Firstly, it is an example of a partnership resulting in a concrete mechanism to assess learning outcomes at the sub-regional level. Secondly, by measuring learning outcomes across different countries in the sub-region, it sets a standard for all learners and therefore promotes equitable learning outcomes while also collecting and generating comparative data. Third, in addition to the 3 learning domains of reading, writing, and mathematics, it is one of the first learning assessments to measure global citizenship, a topic which promotes inclusion and diversity. The UNICEF Innovation Fund is an example of inter-organizational partnership to finance supporting children around the world through innovation. Here, UNICEF works with different investors, including the Ministries for Foreign Affairs of both Finland and Denmark, the Takeda Pharmaceutical Company, and the Walt Disney Corporation. Through the fund, investments are made in early-stage, open-source emerging technologies and digital public goods with the potential to impact children on a global scale. It also provides additional support, including product and technology assistance, support with business growth, access to a network of experts and partners to scale and grow. Public-private partnerships. Public-private partnerships have a huge role to play in improving equitable education. This can be through corporate social responsibility, CSR, innovations and new technologies, and supporting startups through early-stage investment or accelerator programs. According to the World Bank, we can consider public-private partnerships to encompass a wide range of types of agreements between public and private entities. Although definitions can vary widely, especially by country, the World Bank generally considers them to be long-term partnership between a government entity and private party. Here, the public entity provides a public asset or service, such as education, and the private party bears a certain level of risk and management responsibility. In terms of corporate social responsibility, let's look at India, where projects to promote girls' science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, known as STEM education, have been taking place according to India CSR. Among the projects listed are STEM Learning, a social enterprise that installed 150 mini science centers across India in the academic year of 2020-21 alone. Another initiative is the IBM STEM for Girls India initiative, a 3-year program designed to impart digital literacy and coding skills to empower high school girls and provide career advancement opportunities in the digital economy. Finally, MasterCard's Girls for Tech program aims to harness technology and innovation to help learners discover STEM careers with the goal to reach 5 million girls globally by 2025. This program not only aims to train teachers across the country, but also offers downloadable lessons in various languages through its website for teachers, parents, and learners to use, making STEM education even more accessible from home and easy to access offline once downloaded. As we saw earlier in this chapter, investing in startups that facilitate equitable education through innovation and technology are another important avenue for corporate innovation and venturing as a form of partnership. Microsoft Thailand's Accelerating Thailand initiative is a great example of this. The program consists of digital upskilling of Thailand's workforce to address issues such as unemployment and growing demand for skills such as digital marketing and big data. What is particularly interesting with this initiative is that it involves a robust selection of actors from both public and private sectors, including government agencies and departments, UNESCO, Jobs DB Recruitment Thailand Limited, and the Thai Fund Foundation. So far, the program has reached 100,000 people through community learning centers with the following benefits: increased learning opportunities, increased personal and family development, gaining extra income, starting a new career, and more. This shows us that powerful partnerships can happen when they have the right actors come together to collectively strengthen their impact beyond what would have been possible alone. As we can see, the sheer diversity of partnership models and mechanisms that we have explored in this chapter shows us the range of options to work together for equitable education. There is no one-size-fits-all approach, and as we have seen, there can be an overlap and combination of different actors, levels, and types of partnerships that are best suited to the issue, a specific group that needs to be reached, and the local context.